Hello and happy Valentine's Day. Um, I'm Jenny King. I'm a licensed acupuncturist and an AcuAroma therapist. And AcuAroma therapy is the marriage of an essential oil on an Acupoint for the purpose of enlivening and energizing our energy body. And it's a way that you can play with the acupoints as a layperson and create movement, change, and support in your life. So today we're going to support and amplify Valentine's Day. And it's funny, I had a video for Mother's Day, I don't know, last year or the year before, and I think the title was Mother's Day, It's Complicated, right? Relationship status. And I feel like Valentine's Day has that same thing. And I'm sure you can kind of feel into that yourself. But there's this, romantic notion of like the perfect love, or we have to celebrate it and it has to look exactly how we want it to on Valentine's Day. So even if you're partnered, there's this pressure to perform. Also, if you're partnered and you're in conflict with your partner, that's confusing. If you're not partnered, that, there's can be value judgment around that. And then there's the self-love piece, right? And that's also like talked up a lot. And I feel it's a little like, yeah, self-love, whatever. But here I am today. We're going to talk about self-love because that's what we're going to do. We're going to like oil 3 points in the name of self-love and really bringing ourselves home to our heart. The heart has a spirit animal in Chinese medicine, and that spirit animal is the red bird. My business is called Red Bird Healing Arts, and the healing arts part of the red bird is that, this bird, this heart spirit needs some openness and space to come home. It needs to be enticed home. You can't just assume that our heart is going to be where it's supposed to be. So I feel like, oils and points or the acupuncture that I offer or some of the other offerings I have are like the bird seed and the scattering of the water and the bird seed that I put out for my heart to come back and be like, oh, what's here? So that's what we're going to do. We're inviting our red bird, that's scattered perhaps due to, life is busy. We tend to live in our head. So it's like, gets distracted by the next pretty shiniest thing. Shock or trauma can also knock us out of our heart. So again, we're cultivating space with these oils and points to bring us back into our heart. That's our practice today. Self-love at the level of using these essence of plants from Mother Earth. So we're using Mother Earth to help us mother ourselves and really love on that piece. So let's do this. I have picked 2 oils, and and then we have 2 points. So we have 2 oils and 2 points. You can use 1 oil for all 3 points if you'd like. And I'm going to offer you 2 categories of oils to play with, and so you can use what you have. I am using today Sandalwood and Jasmine. So the 2 categories of oils I have are like a sweet woody oil or a sacred scent and a flower oil. And our 2 points are Conception Vessel 17, which is right over the heart. It's it's called Primordial Child. It helps us be in our presence. It is, it's very much connected to the pericardium. It's the sac around the heart that can get kind of tight and constrict our heart. So we're going to offer up an oil to allow us to maybe soften that a little bit. So there's more space for our heart to actually breathe and bloom and soften. And then the other point is Heart 7 called Spirit Gate, Shenmen. And that point is the tuning point for the heart channel. It's called a source point. And what that does is it sends just a vibration, a healthy vibration. We're sounding the healthy note for our heart channel to be have coherence. And so it just helps smooth out some of our heart's energy. And we're gonna add our flower oil in that one. So let's get started. So I'm going to actually start, I gave it to you in reverse order. We're going to start with that Heart 7 and with our flower oil. And I always like to start away from the heart. In my treatments, I always do the heart point last because I feel like I want to open it up and then go in there and invite the heart, invite the bird home. It's like setting the stage almost for for that heart to really kind of be in its safety, its love, and its place, because we don't open to places that don't feel safe for us. So let's create a little safety and love and inspiration for our heart through tuning our heart channel with this Heart 7. And I'm just dropping my oil right into the space. And this space is just right inside the tendons. If you draw like down your pinky finger, just inside the tendon where you, just below that wrist crease, there's a hollow. And we're going into the hollow space. And it doesn't have to be, you know, once you drop the oil in there, it doesn't have to be super precise like I would have to be if I were using an acupuncture needle. The oil itself will spread out and work its magic in that point. So you can create a little heart with your hands, because it's kind of right where your wrists come together on that pinky side. Stick your nose in there and smell. Beautiful flower, whatever you chose. Rose is another nice one. Lavender. From chamomile. I'm holding for 1 to 3 minutes, just till I feel a shift in my energy body, downshift, perhaps in my nervous system, deep sigh or breath. So that's my first point. And my second point in oil, I'm choosing my sandalwood. Again, you could choose Atlas Cedarwood, which is another sweet woody. You could use another sacred scent like Myrrh or Frankincense would be really nice. And I like these ones that are a little bit more grounding, or the oils to me that feel like a prayer. I like to put on my heart, at least today for this practice. And so I'm using my middle finger. It's connected to the pericardium channel, which is the heart protector channel. You can use your index finger too. It doesn't matter all that much, but that's my intention here. And I'm just going to go down. I'm going to find the notch here, this called the sternal notch. I'm just going to go right down my breastbone about 3.5 inches, and rest lightly my finger over the point. This is the point where if you put your hands to prayer and brought your thumbs into your heart, it's kind of where they would naturally rest. Holding until I feel a little bit of a shift. I might even use some intention as I set my finger down here, or guide the oil, thinking about how it feels, like maybe going around the pericardium, is a sac that covers the heart. It's a connective tissue sac. And perhaps through life, some of the knocks that you've taken, that sac's gotten hard and created some scar tissue. So letting this prayer of the oil move around the surrounding tissue of the heart. Just acknowledging it, how it's done its job, asking it if it wants to soften a little bit. And as it softens, is there more space for your heart to relax, do its job? How does it feel when you open your heart? Do you think of it opening to the front? Can you also feel it in the back? the sides. What about the bottom and the top? So that's about a shift. Again, 1 to 3 minutes. I feel, you know, we're out in the world loving, where we, you know, that term light and low, we tend to, I think of it as that we're like throwing our heart out. So what happens if you relax back into your heart? Let it be a 3-dimensional organ in your heart, in your body, and that works for you first, right? Self-love. Placing your hands for a moment over your heart, thanking it for all the work that it does from the moment you're born to the moment you die. Feeling that beat, that preciousness, that sacredness of the beat of your heart. That is unique to you. Sending a little note of Valentine's love through the heart, letting it nourish your whole body and your spirit and even your mind. Thank you for joining me on this Valentine's Day. So much love from my heart, my grounded heart, to yours. Mwah.